The World Cup is almost here. Millions of fans are picking their favourites, debating squads and arguing about who wins the trophy. But here is something most of those fans do not know yet. The game they are about to watch is not the same game they watched 4 years ago. FIFA just changed the rules. Not one rule, not two. 9 new laws, all hitting at the same time, all starting at this World Cup. And if you do not know what they are, you are going to be confused the moment that first ball is kicked. So today, we're going through every single one of them, what changed, why FIFA changed it, and what it actually means for the teams, the managers, and the tournament. Welcome to Pitchwire. Let's get into it. Section 2, Football IQ Check. Before we start, 3 quick questions. Test yourself. See how much you already know. Question 1, a player goes down injured in the 75th minute. The medical team runs on, treats him on the pitch, and he's ready to play again. Can he stay on the field, or does he have to leave? Question 2. 2 players argue after a foul. One of them covers his mouth with his hand while he talks. Under the new rules, what happens to him? Question 3. A team is furious with a referee's decision. The players walk off the pitch in protest. What does FIFA do? Keep those 3 questions in your head. We will answer all of them before this video is over. Section 3. Why did FIFA change the rule? Before we go rule by rule, you need to understand why this has happened, because these changes did not come from nowhere. Think about the last few World Cup. Think about how much time in a 90-minute match is actually spent playing football. The answer might surprise you. On average, a World Cup match has roughly 52 to 55 minutes of actual ball-in-play time. Out of 90 minutes, you are watching nearly 40 minutes of nothing. Players faking injuries and staying down for 2 minutes. Substitutes walking to the touchline like they have nowhere to be. Goalkeepers holding the ball for 10 seconds before taking a goal kick. Teams surrounding the referee after every single decision. FIFA has been watching this for years. The fans have been frustrated by it for years. And now Pierluigi Collina, FIFA's head of refereeing, put it in the simplest terms possible. We are trying to clean the game as much as possible. That is the mission. Clean it up, speed it up, make it fair, make it exciting. 9 rule changes, all designed with that one goal in mind. Let us go through them. Section 4, the 9 rule changes. Rule 1, the 5-second throw-in. You've seen it 1,000 times. A ball goes out of play, a player picks it up. He walks to the line, he looks left, he looks right. He bounces the ball, he looks left again. 30 seconds gone and nothing has happened. That era is over. Under the new rules, once a player is in position to take a throw-in, they have 5 seconds to restart play. If they delay deliberately, possession is handed straight to the other team. Not a warning, not a yellow card. Possession switch, just like that. Think about what this does to the rhythm of the game. Teams that used throw-ins as a way to buy time, reorganize and slow things down, they cannot do that anymore. The game has to move. It has to breathe, and 5 seconds is enough time to restart if you are ready to play. Rule 2. The 5-second goal. Kick, same principle, different situation. Every time a goalkeeper takes a goal kick, the referee raises a hand and begins a visible countdown. 5 seconds. That is all you get. If the ball is not back in play within 5 seconds, the opposing team is awarded a corner kick. A corner kick for a slow goal kick. That is not a small punishment. That is a massive one. A corner kick is one of the most dangerous set-piece situations in football. Suddenly, time wasting at the back has a very real consequence. Goalkeepers are going to have to change their entire habits. No more chatting with centre-backs, no more adjusting gloves, no more scanning the pitch for 45 seconds before rolling it short. 5 seconds, ball in play, or you give away a corner. Rule 3. Injured players must leave the pitch. This one is possibly the most impactful rule change of all 9, and it goes directly after one of the most abused habits in modern football, the tactical injury. You know exactly what I'm talking about. A team is winning by 1 goal, 60 seconds left on the clock. Suddenly, a player goes down, medical staff run on, the physio is treating him. Meanwhile, 3 teammates have drifted over to the touchline. The coach is giving them instructions, the clock is ticking, the opponent cannot restart. And the injured player, he is fine. He was fine the whole time. FIFA has ended that. Under the new rule, any player who receives on-field medical treatment must leave the pitch for a minimum of 1 minute before they are allowed to return. The only exception is goalkeepers. 1 minute might sound short, but imagine it is the 89th minute, your team is up 1-0, and your striker goes down. He gets treatment. He must now leave the field for 60 seconds. Your team is down to 10 men in the most dangerous moment of the game. That changes everything about how managers think about using injuries to manage time, and it goes further. FIFA has also banned what are being called tactical timeouts. situations where a goalkeeper is receiving treatment on the ground and the outfield players use that time to jog to the touchline and receive tactical instructions from the coaching staff. That is now forbidden. If a goalkeeper is down, everyone stays on the pitch. No huddles, no coaching sessions, no using another player's injury as a strategy meeting. Rule 4, red card for covering your mouth. This is the rule that has generated the most conversation, and it has a very specific origin. During the UEFA Champions League this past season, Real Madrid's Vinicius Jr. accused Benfica's Gianluca Prestiani of directing a discriminatory slur at him during a match. The key detail: Prestiani's mouth was covered when he said it. Because of that, there was no definitive lip-reading evidence. The situation became a controversy, a legal dispute, a long disciplinary process. Prestiani was eventually handed a 6-match suspension by UEFA, later extended worldwide. FIFA looked at that situation and decided they could not allow players to hide behind that ambiguity ever again. The new law is simple and brutal. Any player who covers their mouth with their hand, their arm, or their shirt during a confrontational situation with an opponent or a referee receives a straight red card. Not a yellow, not a warning, straight red. You are gone. 10 men. This rule is about more than just individual discipline. It is about protecting every player in that tournament. It is about making football a space where no one can hide behind a gesture and get away with it. Football belongs to everyone. And FIFA is making sure there is no place in this World Cup for words said in the shadow. Rule 5, VAR gets expanded powers. VAR arrived at the 2018 World Cup in Russia. And since that day, it has been the single most argued about change in football. Fans have loved it, fans have hated it, managers have criticised it, referees have relied on it, and every tournament the debate gets louder. FIFA is not stepping back, they are stepping forward. 3 major expansions to VAR authority have been confirmed for this World Cup. First, VAR can now review and correct wrongly awarded second yellow cards. If a player is sent off after receiving a second caution, that second yellow can be reviewed. However, and this is important, VAR cannot recommend a second yellow that was not given. It can only correct a mistake, not create a new one. Second, incorrectly awarded corner kicks can now be overturned by VAR, as long as the review is completed before play restarts. Third, cases of mistaken identity can now be corrected through VAR. If the wrong player is booked, that error can now be fixed. How many times have you watched a player receive a yellow card and known immediately that was the wrong man? That moment of injustice can now be corrected in real time. Pierluigi Collina explained the thinking behind this expansion clearly. We started with VAR in FIFA competitions in 2017. We think it is time to reconsider the protocol. I don't think any of you would be happy for a goal coming as a result of a foul being committed, and the reason being that VAR cannot intervene because of protocol. These are not perfect solutions. VAR never will be, but they are steps in the right direction. Rule 6, walk off the pitch and you forfeit January 2026. The Africa Cup of Nations final, Morocco versus Senegal. A penalty is awarded to Morocco. Senegal's players disagree violently with the decision, and then they walk off the pitch. Not one player, the entire team, abandoning the match in protest. The stoppage lasted 16 minutes. It was one of the most chaotic scenes in recent football history. Senegal eventually returned and won the game. But months later, the result was overturned. The ruling body declared it a forfeit. FIFA watched that and wrote a new law on the spot. Under the rules coming into the 2026 World Cup, any player who leaves the pitch in protest over a referee's decision will immediately receive a red card. If a team official instructs players to leave the field, that official is also punished. And if a team's behaviour causes a match to be fully abandoned, they forfeit the game. No appeals in the moment. No second chances. The integrity of the match is non-negotiable. You play until the final whistle, always. Rule 7, mandatory hydration breaks. This one is genuinely new to World Cup football. In the past, water breaks happened at the referee's discretion, usually in extreme heat. You would see them occasionally in tournaments in Qatar or during summer pre-season matches, but they were never guaranteed. That changes at this World Cup. Every match, regardless of weather, regardless of temperature, regardless of whether the stadium has air conditioning or a closed roof, will have a mandatory 3-minute hydration break midway through each half. Around the 22nd minute of each half, the referee blows the whistle, both teams go to the sideline, players take on water, and 3 minutes later, play resumes. FIFA says this is about player welfare, and in venues like Dallas, Miami, and Atlanta in June and July, that is absolutely a factor. The heat in some of those cities during summer is genuinely serious, but there is another layer to this conversation. By splitting each half into what is effectively two sections, you're dividing a football match into 4 parts, 4 quarters. That is the structure of American football, of basketball, of the sports native to 2 of the 3 host nations of this World Cup. Some people have called this an NFL-style change, and the question of advertising revenue during those breaks has been raised openly by analysts and reporters. Whether you see that as football adapting to its audience or commercializing its product is a conversation worth having. What is certain is this: those 3 minutes will become some of the most important tactical moments of the entire tournament. Coaches like Carlo Ancelotti and Pep Guardiola do not need 90 seconds with their players. They need 30 seconds and a whiteboard. Imagine what they do with 3 full minutes, guaranteed twice per match. Rule 8. Substitutions must be completed in 10 seconds. Substitutions in modern football have become something of a performance. The player being replaced walks slowly towards the touchline. He embraces 3 teammates. He shakes the referee's hand. He hugs the manager for 15 seconds. He takes his shirt off and hands it to a ball boy. Meanwhile, the clock is still running, or rather, it should not be. Under the new rules, once a substitution is signalled, the entire process must be completed within 10 seconds. The player coming off leaves immediately. The player coming on enters immediately. No lingering, no ceremonies in the middle of the pitch. 10 seconds, done. This closes one of the most consistently exploited loopholes in time wasting, and it is a change that should have happened years ago. Rule 9. Corner kick for time wasting at goal kicks. We covered the 5-second goal kick rule, but this deserves its own moment because of how significant the punishment is. If a team repeatedly wastes time at a goal kick, beyond the 5-second countdown, the referee has the authority to award a corner kick to the opposing team. Let that sit for a second. Your goalkeeper is taking a goal kick. He delays. He wastes time, and suddenly the referee points to the corner flag. The other team now has a corner kick in your half. This is a punishment with real consequences, not just a yellow card that a player might accept as part of a tactical plan. An actual set-piece opportunity handed to the opponent. This will fundamentally change how teams approach defensive situations in the final minutes of matches. What all of this means 9 rules. And when you look at them together, you see a very clear picture of what FIFA is trying to build. They want a faster game, a fairer game, a cleaner game. The 5-second rules on throw-ins and goal kicks alone could add 6 to 8 minutes of genuine ball-in-play time per match. The injury rule closes one of the most exploited tactical loopholes in professional football. The mouth-covering red card sends a message to every player in that tournament about what this game stands for. The VAR expansions bring more justice to the moments that decide World Cups. And the hydration breaks, like them or not, give coaches a structured, guaranteed moment to influence the game at a tactical level. Football has always evolved. The offside rule changed, the back pass rule changed, VAR changed everything. And each time, the game moved forward. This is another one of those moments, and it is happening at the biggest tournament on the planet. Remember those 3 questions from the start? Here are your answers. Question 1. Can an injured player stay on the pitch after receiving treatment? No. They must leave the field for a minimum of 1 minute. The only exception is goalkeepers. Question 2. What happens to a player who covers his mouth during an argument? Straight red card, no warnings. They are off the pitch immediately. Question 3. A team walks off in protest. What does FIFA do?